welcome to your show, to your weekly show, Tutorial by Joel. And I'm really excited tonight to talk with you, to share with you, and but most importantly, to hear from you. As we entitled this show today, it's called like really, let's talk about your challenges to live streaming. So today is really your show for you to tell me what are your challenges, and together we can see how I can help, what solution that I can offer or suggest for you to overcome your challenges. But before we go any further, I would like first to acknowledge our partners for the month of June. We have Dahlia Show. Also, we have, first of all, Réseau Biso Basi. It's a networking of entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs located, headquartered in Belgium, but with members all across the globe. You have Dahlia Show, it's a online show on YouTube that some of you know. It's in French and they talk about any topic related to life and pertaining to life and the challenges of life. And then we also have Mountain of Inspiration, who's a motivator. It's a YouTube channel where you can receive a daily dose of motivations and to help you focus and keep moving, going to fulfill your project and your plans for the life. We also have ADAMusiq. It's a company that produces gospel singers and music, and followed by DLM Design. Um, she's a designer. She went to university to be a designer, so you can expect creations that really up to the notch. Even the quality of the job that she does, it's always amazing. We also have Shadawear, a street clothing brand uh, from my cousin, and it's really nice. Nice quality of fabric, nice quality of product. Followed by my own company, Amen Productions Canada, and with Elyzoé jewelry. They make jewelry pieces, and it's really handmade, but with precious and semi-precious stones. So those are the partners that we have for this month of June. So before I go any further, let me see. Okay, I have already a comment in the chat. Hi, Heather. I hope you're doing fine and you have your questions on how to overcome the challenges of going live streaming like this, or with multi-cam or whatever challenges that you may have. Let me know, and I'll be more than happy to give you some directions or suggest some equipment, or whatever you need. Please let us know. I'm just going to make sure that I'm checking the people joining from my Facebook, because when they are on the Facebook personal, um, Facebook no longer allows them to the comments from the personal profile to show up on those kind of live streaming. Yes, that's my daughter, Hope. Hi. Okay, so let me make sure that I'm monitoring the comment on this section. Okay. All right. Okay, so welcome to all of you, and I really thank those of you who have subscribed to our channel, where we talk about live streaming. We talk about um, how to make your live stream successful, how to make your live stream successful in terms of the production, the content. Because if you have to define success as the number of people connected, it's not a good way to do it, because you can have trolls during your show and you can have 1,000 of them during one show, but doesn't mean that those people are there to support you. So that's why we really like to emphasize, to put an emphasis on the quality, the community that you're building around your show. Let me welcome one of my guests here. Yes, Mountain of.
Hello, hello.
Hello, welcome. I hope you have
Thank
your
you.
glass and or water or juice. I'm having juice with ginger ale mixed.
Not on here, not here.
Okay, you sound a little bit far.
I sound far?
Yes.
Okay, is it better now?
Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
It's maybe
Okay.
because I have the. Oh, let me just make sure that. Okay, it's my bad. I'm
Okay.
using the mixer, so I needed to make sure that your sound was coming loud and enough for me.
Okay.
But yes, now it's better because I can control it from here. Yes, and also I'd like to thank um, the Stand Ministries for the super donation that is sent through PayPal, and I really appreciate it. It was really nice of you to support us, to encourage us, keep on doing this kind of content, because at the end of the day, like we say, we are creating this content for all the content creator.
Absolutely.
And what we mean by content creator is anyone who has something to say,
Hmm.
who has whoever has a message for the mass, or sometimes not even for the mass, but for a few people.
Hmm.
Yes, for a few people, people that are interested to learn and to learn new things, people that are interested to grab, to grasp sometimes what you're trying to say, because at the end of the day, your message could be for a next generation, but all you're doing right now is just prepping yourself. It could be just a preparation for that next generation to come. And because you never know when you can start, this is where we come and say, keep on doing it.
Hmm.
Keep on doing it, because there will be a time when people will discover who
Hmm.
you are with your content, and you don't know who's going to be blessed with your content. So never, and that's my, again, my advice, do not set your criteria for success based on the number of people that will be watching you live, but look at it as in terms of how many people lives will be impacted and changed because of your message, your content created
Hmm.
maybe 5, 10 years ago, 10
Yes.
years before. So
Mm.
that's what we're trying to do here.
Mm.
I, Dahlia MTV, thanks for joining us. And she's saying, hello, Mountain of Inspiration. Yes. Yes. So for those of you joining us online and watching, tell us, tell us a little bit, what are your challenges? So what is stopping you today to go live, to do a live stream, to have banners like we do have here? What is stopping you to have a ticker at the bottom of the screen like we have here? What are your challenges? You are a preacher, you are a content creator, you write a lot of postings, maybe 3 times a week. At that
Mm.
time, I'll call you content creator already. So if you do 3 times a week postings and really long postings, a minimum of three, you are a content creator. But
Mm.
what is stopping you to move to the next level, which is coming in front of your camera and producing this kind of content for your people, for your audience?
Even anywhere or just specifically YouTube? Because
I
some
mean,
people they will say they're doing that on Instagram already.
anyone. So because on Instagram, that'll be my question. Can you
Mm.
have uh, a banner? Can you have a ticker? You
Of course,
see?
the answer is no.
All right. So again, being a content creator, yes, if it works for you, then it's fine. But I'm talking about here, remember, an entrepreneur. You an entrepreneur,
Mm.
okay? Those logos are the logos of the people supporting us, okay?
Mm.
Are partnering, they partnering with us.
Mm.
But if you don't have that, and you have a line of product to showcase,
Mm.
how are you doing it on Instagram?
Mm.
Okay, how are you doing it on Instagram? Because that to me, it's something that people need to think about. They need to to start realizing that yes, I can use Instagram, yes, I can do it on Facebook, but am I presenting my product to the best that I could? Am I presenting my services to the best that I could? Or is there any room for improvement? Okay, you are a writer. You can have a live streaming show because remember, maybe that's where you stuck and you're wondering, what am I going to say to all these people? Is that your case? Because if it's your case, and then yes, you still write, you still post at least 3 times a week, then that's your content. You can now, instead of having all these 3, 4 posts on your personal profile or even on your business or even on your page, you can now create video content, come online maybe once a week, set a routine, set a time, a date for you to connect with your audience. And the same thing, the same posting, the same content that you share with your audience on your page, on your personal profile, that's the same content that you can share using a camera. And
Absolutely.
and that I know some people will probably argue and say yes, but then let me tell you one of the benefits of you practicing doing this kind of thing, standing in front of your camera and talking to your camera. It gives you, you'll be developing skills that you can leverage in any area of life. I know you are probably an entrepreneur, you have a side business that you take care of on the weekend or evening, but your day job can also benefit from the skills that you're getting when you're presenting like this.
Absolutely.
Just imagine, because look,
Yes.
right now, most of us are working from home.
Mhm.
So there are a couple of few companies that are now allowing their salespeople to go out and visit customers. But what if those customers are not ready to welcome you? So again, for example, in my mind, I have a script of a video that I'm just about to shoot, and that will be going to my LinkedIn profile, really for what I do on that side of life. Why? Because now I'm confident and I know how I can, position myself and how I can speak in front of the camera to make sure that my message is going across. You see, it's those are skills that you will use anywhere. Now, the question is still on the table. I'm trying to see if I have anybody here on on the side of Facebook. Now, I see one person connected on Facebook. Tell us, tell us what is your what are your challenges? I know there was a brother who reached out to me and wanted me to connect with him and talk about some of the material, some of the equipment, some of the gears that they may need. So here we are, and I invited him. I say, why don't you come and ask us? Why don't you come and tell us what is the size of the space that you're going to use? Because those are the things that you also need to have in
Yes.
mind. Do you have a lot of space? Do you have um, can you set up some semi-permanent fixture on the ceiling, or will if you're renting the place, will the landlord allow you to do such um, renovations? All these kind of things, because if you know that, then you can start planning for the right type of equipment for the location where you are. You see, because for example, here I'm in my office slash studio, where right now I have two lights, one on my left, one on my right. But if I have ever needed to have more space on the ground, on the floor, because those lights on the stand are on the tripod right now. If I need space on the floor, you know what? I'll put them on the ceiling. I'll put them on the ceiling so that I can have save some space on the floor and still having my light and being properly lit when I'm doing my videos. So, what are the challenges? All right. Maybe you may want to speak on behalf of the people who are watching but shy to ask questions. You can write in the chat. Even on Facebook, you can put your comment. I can read them. I can see them and give you an answer.
I mean, one thing I've also come to notice is the fact that most people living in the western part of the world,
Mhm,
Europe, North America, Asia,
mhm,
they tend to become very self-conscious. Uh, before going in front of the camera, they tend to feel very self-conscious.
mhm,
Whereas people still living in places like Africa, they understand that the phone is just a medium. They can take the phone and start shooting without any problem. As a matter of fact, they are very comfortable. But the people living outside of Africa, they tend to become very self-conscious, and maybe that's something that needs to actually be spoken to. So, how do you actually break that first barrier, the psychological barrier of actually just accepting and embracing yourself as you are, and seeing yourself as good enough to be in front of a camera, just to actually say whatever you have to say, and stop focusing on the some of the imperfection that you may see from time to time. I'm too big. I'm too skinny. Yeah, that's mostly the Western world. The Western world basically has messed up people. It's messed people up in a very bad way.
mhm. No, I agree with you, and I agree with you. It's because I mean, people let themselves be influenced by what society has determined as standards.
Hmm.
You see, by doing that, you allowing somebody to judge you, and you giving them the power to mark
Yes.
you. Okay, so it, to raise your self confidence, you need first to understand who you are.
Mm.
Who you are. What is your purpose of being on this earth, on this planet? What is your purpose? Is your purpose just being another spectator? Is your purpose just being um, a worker? Is your purpose just being whatever you're doing? That's something that you need to think about. You need to first consider that and say,
Mm.
I am more than that.
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Am I just limited by how people see me?
Mhm.
You see, because if I allow that to be the limit, to be the measure for my actions or my performance,
Mhm. Mhm.
yes, I'll be frustrated. Yes, I'll feel bad. I'll feel bad if I don't wear a jacket. I'll feel bad if I don't wear an ascot. Yes, I'll feel bad.
Mhm.
I'll feel bad if I don't have, if my background is not properly set. I'll feel bad. But at the end of the day, most people will come to listen
Mhm.
the content, the message that I have. You know, if I keep them focused on what I'm saying, like now,
Mhm.
I'm trying to raise your confidence. You were
Mhm.
listening to me.
Mhm.
If I focus on that, people will make an abstraction of what is around me
Mhm.
and even
Mhm. Mhm.
what is around them.
Yes.
So that's why it comes to a point where you need to understand what is your purpose coming on this earth. Why are you on this earth? Why are you in this planet? Why are you in this continent? Why are you where you are in
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
country, in that
Mhm.
city, in that, I mean, wherever you are,
Mhm.
if
Mhm.
you come to understand why, then you start feeling more confident and approaching and being in front of any camera and speaking your mind, sharing your passion, sharing your message. Because once you understand that my goal, my purpose is really to help, to inspire, to motivate, to give people the tools to become a better content creator. So that's what motivates me. You need to find what motivates you. Like you, Mountain of Inspiration, you are motivated to provide a daily dose of motivation based on what other people have experienced in the past so that people can relate and feel that if so and so did it in the past,
Yes, it is
so
possible.
am I. I am also able, capable of doing it if I have
Yes,
the right mindset.
yes.
So once you understand that, what is stopping you?
Mhm.
You see, what could be stopping you once you understand that? Then how you look, it's no longer an issue because you understand that you have a message to deliver, and that message sometimes need to be delivered on time. And because you've already, I promise people to be here at 6:15 p.m. Eastern time. So if I have to run and come with an oily face because I promise people to be on time, I will come and just do it.
Yes.
Why? Because I know some people would not even pay attention to that. The way I look, some people would not even pay attention. They'll be focusing on what I'm going to say.
Yes.
And here tonight, we're talking about what is stopping you to do a live streaming. And if you have any questions, and we here, it's a conversation. It's a conversation.
Mhm.
We don't know all the answers, but we have 11 years experience producing live streaming content. It goes back to 2009, and then when we really started doing live streaming, and we started. So we have a lot of experience in that area.
Mhm.
Do
And
we know
second,
everything?
yes,
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
hear.
Hmm.
And the second argument I can think of in terms of what could be potentially
Hmm.
preventing people from actually going live is also um, the fear of actually having a small audience. Everyone want to actually start and have right away a big audience. So if they know that I'm going to start and I only have a couple of people watching me when I'm going live, they don't feel really validated. So they want to have like already 2,000 people watching them in order for them to feel validated. Because they know if they go, for example, on Instagram,
Hmm.
all the followers, as soon as they go live, 200 pair of eyes will be watching them. If they go on Facebook, they know at least 60 people will be responding. But if I go on YouTube, for example, who knows me? So I have to start from the very bottom, and it may take forever for me to actually get to a place where I have a decent audience. So just because of that, yeah, I say forget it. Number one, I don't look good enough. Number two, I don't have the proper equipment. Number three, you put them in a place where I have to actually swim with the sharks, and I don't even know if I can actually find the right audience to say, "Oh yes, you're doing good." So I say, forget it.
Hmm.
People don't start from the bottom.
But that is still, it's still a matter of self-confidence.
Mhm.
Because if you know that the people that really need your message, they are somewhere, are you going to sit in your own corner and say, "Oh, because I'm from Toronto, if you don't come
Mm.
to Toronto, I'm not going to talk to you." Yet
Excellent point.
you know that person wherever they reside,
Mhm.
they need the message that you have to deliver. So are you going to,
Yes.
you know, deprive them from that message just because they're not from Toronto?
Mm.
You see, that's what I may call the call. I may say it's a calling, but it's more importantly understanding your purpose.
Mhm.
It understanding your purpose, and then
Mhm.
being Christian, the Lord, the Master told us go. He didn't say stay, but he said go, go where the people are.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
if you already won all the people in Instagram and you, you haven't won the people in on Facebook. You haven't won the people on Clubhouse yet.
On
So
YouTube.
on YouTube, why do you still want to stay where you already won the people? I mean, maybe for you, there's no more convert. Why do you want to stay there just for the sake of comfort? Then that means that you don't know why you have that message then.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you call to inspire, motivate, teach, but who are you going to teach? Who are you going to motivate? Are
Mm-hmm.
you just going to motivate the same people, the same your friends, your family, and then just being there? Is that all you have to do? Is that all you were created for?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, 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 he raises a lot of questions. As soon as somebody tells me that, I'm like, okay, is that all you were created for?
Mm-hmm.
To stay with the crowd, the people that
Yeah,
they know
comfort.
you, you're comfortable with, and
Mm.
okay, you can say whatever, they'll take it, they will not question, they will not challenge. Because I'd rather come to a place where somebody comes and say, you know, what you're saying is all right. Then I'll be like, oh, enlighten me, please. Maybe you could be right because what I'm saying and what I'm doing is based on my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you know something better. Can you please share with me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how the exchange comes. And
Mm-hmm.
through any good exchange,
Transformation.
transformation.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not ready to be transformed, if you're not ready to receive, and yes, you probably stay and in your stable
Mm.
because that's where you're comfortable in your stable, and then before you know it, you'll check with check any any like let's just use the word any animal. Those animal who lives in the wild compared
Mm.
to those who live in the zoo,
Mm.
those living in the wild, they have a better health
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
because they're part of an ecosystem that's challenging them
Yes.
and making them strive for the best.
Yes.
In the zoo, look at any animal and ask
Mm.
anyone who work in the zoo. In the zoo, animals die sooner
Yeah. They are
because
depressed.
depressed. Yes, and that is the depression that comes from the people because they some people live on that adrenaline of the likes of the crowd gathering as soon as they go live,
Mhm.
and then if they don't see it,
Mm.
they panic and
Mm.
they start sending messages all the place. Where are you guys? Hey, you are watching. Call the other people. Come.
Mm.
Okay, you know at one point you need to know you need to understand because I rather focus on the people watching right now,
Mm.
imparting what I know, what I can,
Mm. Mhm.
so that they can go and try, and maybe if they try and succeed and if they try to see a change,
Mm.
they'll be the one talking about my show to other
Yes.
people.
Mhm.
I rather
Very
win
powerful.
one soul or one convert than win a flock of unbelievers. They'll just come and flood the place and trying to mess with my peace and with the flow of my work.
Yes.
It's a choice. Let me see that. I
Mhm.
see a comment here. Oh, Bernie Rock, our brother Bernard from Gabon. He said, hello, guys. Nice to see you both. God blessings over you. Love always. Yes, brother. We love you. We love you.
But it's not in Gabon anymore. I think it's in Europe.
In Europe now. Yes, 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 yes. Brother Bernard used to be in Toronto. He lived in Toronto a couple of years. And, he He met the Lord in Toronto. He gave his life to the Lord, and one day he was convinced by the Lord to go back to Gabon. And he was not wrong, because after that the Lord blessed him tremendously.
Yes.
Yeah. So we really, it's really a blessing to have known you, brother. Yeah. Although we only connect now through um, Facebook only, but it's really a blessing. Yeah. So what are other challenges? I know technical challenges could be um, internet connections. Yes, that could be one of the reasons you cannot go live. But again, it's one of the area you may want to start researching. And to tell you the truth, for example, before I moved here in the municipal region of Niagara Falls, one of the things that I checked first, it was schools for the children. Then it was internet. I checked those things. I say, okay, what kind of internet connection will I get in that area? And that also have me made, it kind of, okay, it reinforces my move, and reinforces everything that I knew that was coming together. Why? Because I knew that I would need that kind of connection. Okay. And it's the same thing for anyone trying to do live streaming, even a church. I mean, because you are the first people that my first targeted audience, church leaders, pastors, you are my target audience. Whenever you want to move somewhere, yes, look at the price, but look at the accessibility. But it's important for you to look at the internet connection. What is the internet quality that is delivered in that area you're moving into? Okay, because with today church, the way the church function, and the administration, and having a live streaming, if the internet service providers in that areas cannot offer you, they cannot guarantee you a certain level of upload speed, that could be a sign for you not to move in that area. That could be right away an indication for you not to move in that area. Yes, people will tell me, no, we don't need it. And then you're going to sign a lease for 5-7 years in that place. And for 5-7 years, internet service providers are not making any changes to the service they provided to that building where you are. And you are stuck with an internet service that is subpar. Who to blame? We are giving you tools. We are giving information. Now, think about it. Tell your pastor, if you're part of a church leadership and you're planning to move, tell your pastor those are the things to consider. The internet connection. Do all the internet service providers in that area, do they provide you with ultra high speed fiber quality connection? If they're not, check when are they planning to do so. And if it's uncertain, then think twice. Think twice. It's like, what kind of example can I use? Making the wrong choice and then being stuck with that choice, that decision for a long period of time. That's all I can say. So think about it. Tell your leaders and at the church, and if you're part of the committee in charge of relocating the church and all that, those are the things that to keep in mind. To keep in mind, making sure that.
Please bear with me. I think I need someone. I'm at my door.
Okay, no problem. Yes, beloved, my dear friends, and watching from all over the place. What are your challenges? If you can share with us in the comment, what are your challenges? What is stopping you today to go live stream? And I mean, if you want, you can even ask the question in French or in Lingala. Will be more than happy to answer. And if I need a translator for whatever language you speak, I'll ask in the audience if somebody can speak that language and translate for us. But to 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 go back to what I was saying, regardless of the challenge that you may have, you can overcome them. It's just a matter of first looking at the challenges, understand, okay, so what is stopping me? And is it my personality? Is it the equipment? My question will be, if your equipment, it'd be, what kind of equipment do you have? Do you have a phone? What is the year of that phone? When was it manufactured? You see? And if you know that's the phone that you have, my next thing will be, okay, how well, how well the light is in whatever area you like to start doing your streaming. Because you'll be amazed on the amount of money that we spend on things that do not really matter on a monthly basis, except for those who are really, 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 really smart and they know that they track whatever they spend or they have a really tight plan. Yes, but sometimes people don't track well the expenses and spend things on they spend the money on things that don't really matter. Yes, yes, I need a nice shirt, I need a nice dress, I need a nice shoes, but look at it. We've been home since last year, March 2020. So how many people have really put on those nice shoes that they bought? Very few, except those who are able to go to some parties and but most of the people that I know, they haven't been able to go to any party at all, unless it's virtual. So look at the money that you've been saving, that you used to spend on clothing, you used to spend on shoes, you used to spend on expensive colognes. Look at the money, and you can start investing that money in getting equipment. You don't need to buy everything at once. One month you may decide, let me buy a tripod where I'm going to have my phone. The next month you may invest in the microphone for you to have a good sound. The following month, you may go with lighting. Say, okay, I need a set of light. Why? Because as you can see, my face is well lit. One of them is a little lower, and then the other one is more powerful. But you need this kind of settings so that your image, it looks good when people are watching. And after that, then you have your mic, you have your tripod for the phone, you have the light. Then what kind of software that I need to create banners like this or a ticker at the bottom of the screen? There are different options. We talked about it a couple of times. You have the Prism Live Studio, you have like the application that I'm using right now, Melon app, which allows me, for example, to have up to 9 guests. So if you are watching and you like uh, to come live on my show right now, just send me a message through WhatsApp and I'll send you the invite. I'll send you the invite so you can come and see how it works. And again, with our mission is also to help you. If you feel like you don't know where to start, you're not sure where to start, and you're not sure if you can handle the live set by yourself, invite me. Feel free to invite me in French, in English. Feel free to invite me and say, hey, Joel, can you come to my live and we're going to talk about this and that? Feel free to invite me and we can have a conversation. We can have a conversation around what you have so that By being there, I probably can help you build that confidence for you to lead a conversation in front of a camera. Feel free to invite me. And then if it falls on a day that I'm available, and I'm telling you, I'll be more than happy to join. I'll be more than happy to join. Okay. So really, the main challenge is, after looking at all these options, I can say that the main challenge is really yourself. Because if you have a good internet connection, if you have a phone, if you can get a tripod where you can put the phone, and you can also be creative. You know, before I get my tripod for for the phone, I went to the dollar store. To the dollar store, I pick a board and I cut it in small pieces and I glue it in a way that I was able to position my phone like this. And what I use, then I'll use a couple boxes, put it on the top so that my phone is at the eye level, so that people don't look at me watching from the bottom from my nose. No, they look at me kind of straight. So that's how you can become creative. And for the light, if you're going to do it during the day, you know, you can be in front of the window. So the light coming from outside, the sun can give you the light, the natural light that you may need. You may have a soft, um, not blind. If you have blind, you just need to tilt them a little bit up so that your face is not too, or it's not overexposed. But you can you can use natural light and then do it until you you can buy all the other equipment to build your studio. It's not a race. It's not a, you should not compare yourself to anyone. Bottom line, you should not compare to yourself to those who've been doing it for years. You should not compare to yourself to even your brother, your cousin, your sister that you know personally that's been doing it for a while. No, because you decided to do it later, so you are unique. You are unique. And look at it. Look at it. You probably have something so special that you your sister or your brother who has been doing it for a while, you may start today and do better than them within a month. So it's all about your message. Let me check some of the messages that I can see here. Hey, Charlie India, if you look at the ticker at the bottom of the screen, my WhatsApp number is there. I convince you. Oh, okay. Yeah, my WhatsApp number is there at the bottom of the screen. Send me a message. I can see my WhatsApp here and I can send you an invite. Yeah, so that's what we do. That's what we do. And it's possible. It's really possible. It's possible for you to be the next, to be the next guy. Okay. Okay. Oh, you got it. Okay. No problem. No problem. Yeah. So we really we are here, and then like I'm going to repeat myself and may sound like a broken record. My I take pleasure to see people do good, to do well in whatever they're doing. That's my pleasure. So that's why I'm okay to help, um, to encourage people who are willing to start, to jump into the live streaming. Yeah. Okay, you're back.
Yes.
Okay, maybe use it this way.
So
Mhm. Yeah,
it's
so,
interesting. It's a live, so I got someone who came to pay us a quick visit, so I had to stop at the door. So
okay, no problem, no problem.
mhm.
Yeah, so I was checking a message from Charlie India on Facebook. He says, please send me your WhatsApp in Messenger. You convinced me. Yeah, okay, he got my number. So yeah,
Where
you
is
know,
it in India?
no, it's probably I think okay, that is Elias, but he's here in Canada.
Okay, okay,
Oh no,
okay.
in Europe, in
In
Europe.
Europe, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it's my brother Cedric
okay.
with the initial Charlie India. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So basically, it's all about giving yourself now, first really understanding who you are, knowing who you are, and if you know that, I'm sorry, but when you know who you are, I don't know who can stop you.
Mm-hmm.
Who can stop you? If you know that you are you are not born by accident, then who can stop you?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't believe anyone was born by accident. No.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Absolutely.
you are not an accident of nature, then you have a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You have a message that people are waiting to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You have something. You have some knowledge. You have a business. You have an idea that like I was telling master of master electronic
Mm-hmm.
last Sunday. I say yes, you can. And we told him that on that show, it said, yes, you can. You can do things that you are passionate about. Don't listen to those people who don't understand. Because those who do not understand what you're trying to share, what you're trying to do, they will always try to discourage you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll always try to say, no, leave it. Or they'll always try to make you feel like it's worthless. But
Mm-hmm.
if you understand that what I'm doing now, it's not the numbers of people that I watch who are watching now, but it's really more for the legacy, for what I'm going to leave for the people who one day will discover this
Mm-hmm.
and say, wow, we wish we have met this person before.
Mm-hmm.
Because what he's saying makes sense. We understand what he's saying. I'll probably try to be like you and use an example.
Mm-hmm.
All the leaders, all of the thought leaders that we know, those are people that amaze the world. They were not understood when they were alive. Most of them, most of them. Name one, and we can look, and you see that people did not quite understand them. People around them in the countries, they did not understand them. They think, oh, those people are, this leader is crazy. He has crazy ideas. Even the worst one, they become worse in our eyes because of other things. But their main ideas at the beginning, the main idea they had was great, so revolutionary that people could not comprehend it. And of course, other things happened and they got sidetracked. But the main idea, it was probably good. It was probably pure. So, so again, now I'm not trying to be mountain of inspiration, but if people in the past were misunderstood, who am I not to be misunderstood
Yeah.
today?
It's part of human nature.
Right?
It's part of human nature.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, what we call sometimes call misunderstanding is simply people actually wanting to simply say, yes, we are okay with being where we are. It
Mm-hmm.
may not make sense why we're okay with being where we are. You are far too advanced for us, so better just stay where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exact.
A perfect example, I was even telling my daughter, your niece, a few days ago, I said, perfect example is Mozart.
Hmm.
Mozart, his own father told us that it was crazy because
Hmm.
his father said there is a particular playing music. If we stick to this particular way of making music, we go to make money. His son said, no,
Hmm.
I'm not here to make money. I'm here to actually break new grounds. The father said, no,
Hmm.
you're here to make money because your money is helping us pay the bills, is feeding the whole family. If you decide to actually go on your own, you're going to try a different genre of music and we're going to be completely cut out of that deal. So we have to find a way to keep you under this mold. But Mozart said, no, I have to go my own direction. And I was telling my daughter, it became almost a jazz musician of his generation because he started improvising and
Hmm.
creating music that people had never heard before.
Right. Yeah,
But he was right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other advice to overcome the challenge that you have to go live stream, it will be don't be afraid to be unique.
Yes.
Don't
Mm,
be afraid to be ahead of people. Don't be afraid to be the first one to try something new in terms of content creation. Don't be afraid.
mm,
To the best, if I'm the best way I can say it,
mm, mm,
be free to be creative.
mm,
As a matter of fact, the the reason why people lack creativity is because they're not free.
mm,
Lack of freedom is usually what keeps people inside, afraid to try something new, to express, because creativity is it's an expression of someone's idea, someone's passion. It's whatever they feel. And whenever they feel that nothing can stop them from sharing, then you see something unique. On the other side, people would like to stay in the mold, they like to stay in the ranks. They don't like to think outside of the box. You see? And because they don't think outside of the box, they cannot give you a new idea, a new fresh idea. Let me see if okay. Now there was another message, not from Charlie India. Yeah. So again, be free, be open-minded and say, okay, let me try. And like we always say, be prepared to not be great the first time you do it.
mm, mm,
Be prepared not to look good the first time you do it. But focusing on what needs to be done, focusing on the people that need to get the message.
mm,
Because those people, they are waiting. They're waiting. They are waiting to to start their own. And they were just waiting for someone to come and tell them, get out of your comfort zone and start creating video content. Why? Because you have a unique message. Why? Because you have a unique product. Why? Because you have a unique story to tell the world.
mm,
Why? Because your story is what's missing to sell the product and services that you offer.
mm,
Yes, you're offering a great product. Yes, you're offering a great service. But
mm.
what motivated you to start that business? It's probably the key ingredient that people are waiting to hear. It's been more than 5 years now. I I tell you, I still remember the story of that leader that used to be my head of country in the company where I was. That story is still in my mind. Why? Because it was a story that he will repeat every single large meeting we would have. Why? Because that was the way for him to hook people up, so people to relate to him, to make people understand, okay, he's the top boss of the company, but those are all the steps, those are all the hurdles that he went through to get where he is. He didn't get it easy, but he made it. So if he didn't get it easy, he made it. So that means what? That means that I too can probably make it. And it was the one that, back then I would approach, I say, hey, sir, we don't call sir here. I call him by his name. I say, hey, Mountain, I have a question for you. Say, I would like to showcase what I can do. They say, okay, no problem. Book some time with my assistant, then you do your presentation. And I went, I did my presentation, and he gave me a few advices. I put them in practice, I saw the result. You see? Because he showed us that yes, you can do it. And the story, you know, let me talk to the entrepreneur that is probably going to watch this or who is watching this. People are probably just waiting for the story behind your business. And if you already have the story, people are probably just waiting to see how they can really apply it to their own lives. And you can demonstrate it by maybe having a live show like this and having an open mic, open line, set up a phone, because like I'm here, I can set up my phone for people who want to call. They can call and everybody can listen to them. I can set it up. People may call and ask questions, but you need to let them know that you're available to answer those questions. How are you going to do it? Because some people will be on the spot when you're talking and they feel like they have a urge, they feel like they have to talk, and they may call you at a time right during your live show and ask the question, get the support. Because if you succeed doing that, let's say on your live show, guess what? Those other people will be going telling others, say, hey, listen, I was watching Mountain of Inspiration, and I called him during his live show, and it was natural. Whatever he told me was real. It was genuine. It was not faked advice that you get sometimes from other people. I felt really like somebody was listening to what I had to say. And then all of a sudden, you are waiting for people to buy your book, but all they want to see is, how do I put what your book is saying, how can I put it in practice? And yet you want, I mean, you let yourself influenced by the world standards, and no, I cannot do it because I don't have a nice camera. I cannot do it because I put some weight during the confinement. Listen, by the time you lose that weight and go back to the weight you used to have before March 2020, uh, there'll be someone else coming, somebody's coming and trying to mimic what you wrote in your book and mislead the people. And when you will come, people say, oh, look at him, he's just following the other guy because the other guy did it. But people forgot that you wrote the book before the other guy.
Yes.
So that's why it is important sometimes. There's no right time. When you feel it, you're ready, just go for it. Do it. Do it. And now, and that is one of the questions I get all of the time. People ask me, oh, why do I need a YouTube channel? And my question is always, tell me, why do banks need a YouTube channel? You know all the banks. In Canada, we know all the major banks. We know all the major banks in Canada, but all those major banks, they have a YouTube channel.
All the TV stations have a YouTube channel.
All the TV stations now, they still have the cable. They go into the cable. They still go into satellite, but they still have also they're also running the show on YouTube. Why? because they understand that they need to go where people are.
Absolutely.
They can no longer stay just in their own corner, in the
Mm.
towers, and say, oh, we are the big guys and we are the big network. If you don't come to us, you're not going to get news. You know what? Fine. And if you, as an entrepreneur, if you, as a motivator, if you, as a preacher, you have that mindset that people need to come to you, I mean, you are probably in the you're living in the wrong times.
Mm.
You're in the wrong uh, time zone. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'm sorry to say it this way, but you're probably in the wrong time zone
Mhm.
because we're living in a world where everybody's trying to get people's attention. And if you miss
Absolutely.
that boat, if you don't try to get people's attention, then you'll be, um, excuse me the term, a relic of the past.
Mhm.
You may become a relic of the past
Mhm. Mhm.
because people see you know as no relevant.
Mhm.
That's a thing. So
Mhm. Mhm.
let me put it this way: we in a time where you can no longer say, "I am big, I am this, I have 10,000 followers," and then I'm fine. I don't need fine. It's if that's what you want to do, fine.
Mhm.
Then then don't complain after.
Mhm.
Don't complain after
Mhm.
because you know what? People will go and
Mhm.
check what you're probably doing well on Instagram. They'll take it and tweak it a little bit and bring it to YouTube and explode. They will start maybe from scratch and they will just using your idea,
Yeah, your contents.
your content, and explode with that.
Yeah, the purpose. Mhm. Mhm.
That's the time we're living in. And if after this you still have a challenge, you still are unable to start your own live streaming, be it on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, but not just being like everybody else, you bring it to the next level. Even if you're going to do it on Facebook, do it at a better, do it better, do it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Don't be like anyone. Try things that will set you apart from the crowd. That's what you have to do. And for that, it will probably require you to try a couple things until you get it right. But you need to start. If you don't start, you'll never walk.
Never.
Never. You'll never move. And then before you know it, a new generation will come and take over, and you'll be like, oh, in our time we used to do this. Yeah. Why today I can proudly say that I know how to do live streaming since 2009 because I have videos to show that I was doing live streaming since
Mhm.
2009.
Mhm.
So some new guy doing live today, exploding on YouTube, it doesn't, I mean, it's not going to impress me because he's exploding. No, I'm not going to be impressed. I know what I'm doing and I
Mhm.
know
Mhm.
why I stopped doing it for a while
Mhm.
and why
Mhm.
I'm doing it right now.
Mhm.
That's it. It's not a competition. I'm not going to compare myself to anyone. I will do what I do. The
Mhm.
same thing, you as a content creator, as a preacher of the gospel,
Mhm.
an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
Even when people say that you are competing, tell them you're not competing. You're
Mhm.
completing one
Mhm.
another. Tell
Mhm.
them that. Say you are not competing with them because, well, like if you're a business and if you're doing
Mhm.
better, what
Mhm.
what does do? It forces the other people
Mhm.
in the same
Mhm.
line of business to
Mhm.
improve what they're doing.
Yes.
And by you seeing how they're improving in certain
Mhm.
areas where you have
Mhm.
weaknesses, you
Mhm.
learn from them, and
Mhm.
both of you are still getting better and better.
Mhm.
But somebody has to take the lead and say, I'm going to try this. Somebody has to take the lead as a preacher of the gospel and say, I'm not just going to stick to preaching on Sundays. I'm not just going to stick to Bible studies in midweek. No, I'm not just going to stick to having prayer time online. No, let me do something else. Be prepared to be unique. And if you do that, when others will look at it and say, oh, let's try that as well. So the real challenge is yourself. You are the main obstacle to the next you. You are the main reason why you're still where you are. You're still trying to figure things out. It's you. If you used to blame anybody else, today, please stop. Look at yourself. What have you done? What have you done to change things for your live stream? What have you done? Just look at yourself. What have you done? What have you done differently than you this month compared to last month? What have you done differently to get you closer to that goal of doing live streaming? And if you haven't done it, then who's to blame? It's not me, because I'm giving you the tools. I'm sharing the knowledge. It's not me. And it's not your neighbor. And it's not even your spouse. Although sometimes it could be, but if you explain it well to your spouse and then they see that whatever you're going to do is not going to impact the family budget, who's that spouse is going to say no? You see? So it's really you. And even if your spouse doesn't understand, it's because you're probably not explaining it well. So at the end of the day, you are responsible why your church or your ministry or your business, your content is not being exposed in a different manner. You are the reason. Nobody else. And then if yes, it could happen. Yes, let's be honest. It could happen that you don't have the skills, you don't have the people with the knowledge, the technical knowledge to start it. We are here to help you. We are here to help you. We offer to be on your live show to help you build that confidence. We are here to help you. Let us know. Contact us. Our number is public. I tell everybody my number is public. You don't have to ask my permission before you share it with anybody, because I put it on YouTube so people see it. If somebody calls me and I just assume that they saw it on one of my show on Facebook or on YouTube or wherever they saw it, and that they call me, don't feel bad sharing my number. Share my number. If you know your pastor has been struggling to set up a live stream for your church, call me. And if you know that you're a content creator, you're struggling and you don't know where to start, call me. And if you're looking for a partner, someone to be on the live with you, call me. And if it works, if it falls when I'm available, I'll be more than happy to be with you. I'll be more than happy to support you in that way, because I know one day, we all need somebody's help, and that's the help that I can offer. So if you liked what we did, like what we shared today, and you like to encourage us or to thank us, you can put a comment. You can leave us a comment. You can like the video, send us a like, and you can also send us a donation, like the Stand Ministries did, and we really thank them for that donation, and we pray all the blessings to their ministries for the support they provided and shared with us. We also like to thank all of you who are subscribing to our channel. I've seen a, an increase, and it's increasing every week. I'm getting 1, 2 subscribers every week, and I'm really thankful. We are not the best, but we believe that we have a special message, and that is for you who are who have decided to subscribe to our channel and who's going to learn all that we have. Our passion is really for you to become better than us. That's my passion. Is for me to see you learning from what I'm doing here and do it better. That will be, it'll make me proud. It'll make me proud. And you come and say, oh, you know what? I learned that from Joel. Okay. That's my pride. Okay. Mountain Inspiration, any comments?
No, it was very inspirational. So thank you very much for actually sharing all that you shared tonight. I can already see a message already in my head, ready for the next few days. So thank you very much.
Okay. All right. So for those of you who have not subscribed yet to this channel and to Mountain of Inspiration channel, I will advise you, I'll invite you to go and check them out. And it, you will not be disappointed. And whenever I give you an advice, I know what I'm talking about. It's not just because I know him, but because what he says is good. It's really good. You feel pumped. He has some energy when he talks, when he does his videos that you can feel it. Sometimes you feel it like you're in the same place, in the same energy like he is. So go and visit his channel, Mountain of Inspiration on YouTube, and subscribe and make a comment. And if after that you didn't like it, please leave me a comment. Tell me I didn't like it and this is what I didn't like. Okay? Because sometimes criticism can be good, it can help us do better. And if I don't respond, it's probably because you said something that was, just trying to offend me. But if you're doing it to help me get better, I will take it and I'll thank you for that. All right. So until then, tomorrow, for those of you who speak French and Lingala, we will be on Clubhouse. And if you're not on Clubhouse yet, I don't know. I'll see if I can still do a stream of the portion I'll be talking and for people to follow. But we'll be on Clubhouse and we'll be talking about Kinshasa, our birth city, birthplace. I was born in Kinshasa in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Back then it was Zaire.
Zaire.
And yeah, we'll talk about it and chat and see where the conversation will lead us. It will be just a conversation and exchange and sharing thought and how to use this new medium that is Clubhouse and build connections and learn. Maybe because sometimes people have other ideas, other stories, other side of the stories that we were not aware of, and that's how we can probably learn. So connect with us, and the handle it will be at Joel Amen TV for Clubhouse. So if you go just and search for Joel Amen TV on Clubhouse, we'll be there. And if you who speak English would like to have more discussion or like to invite me on your Clubhouse, on your live stream, my number is right there at the bottom of the screen, scrolling there. Reach out, let me know when and how we can do it. I'll be more than happy to join you on your live or in your Clubhouse or room or your group. Okay? So thank you, Mountain Inspiration, for joining me again tonight.
Tomorrow, what time again?
8 p.m. Eastern
8
time.
p.m. Eastern
Yes.
time. Okay, perfect.
All right. Thanks. Take care.
You too. Thank you.